Yes, we are just starting in a couple of minutes. So come in, because this show is going to be really great today. We're going to talk about episode 65, when pension funds become banks. So this is very interesting. What will happen with your premiums when pension funds become banks? "40 seconds to go to start. If you have any questions, just start typing it below, because we are about to start. Okay, welcome to this episode, and we are going to talk to you today about a very interesting topic: when pension funds become banks. This is what happened recently. A pension fund in Curacao bought a bank. What does it mean? A public pension fund bought a bank. Now I'm going to show you some screens to show you exactly what happens, what can happen when a pension fund, a public pension fund, buys a bank. It is very interesting what's going to happen with your premiums. Stay with me during these minutes. So if you have any questions, just ask them, but I'm going to show you in here. So let me show you my screen. And let me go to that. So this is a interesting graph figure over there, because when you have a government who pays premiums to the pension fund, and sometimes this government also has some arrears to the pension fund, because the government doesn't collects the payment but doesn't pay the payments to the pension fund, the public pension fund, then there is a debt. And the debt of the government means that there is a collective of taxes hanging out there in the air. In the future, they can be those debt. They can be financed by raising the taxes. Okay, so that's why you see below there that businesses, they pay taxes to the government, isn't it? When the businesses are doing great, they pay more taxes to the government. On the other side, if the pension fund invests those premiums from the government outside the country, that means that on the global market, that means that they can get a return. They can get a return so they can pay the public servants in the future. They can pay the pensions of the public servants in the future. But now, if the pension fund buys a bank, like the situation which happens in Curacao, that means that those premiums are actually going to be invested into the bank. And now you have a circle, because the bank will have loans for the businesses, the local businesses. Okay? And at the same time, those businesses, when they grow, they will pay taxes to the government. Now, if the government, the public servants, if they don't support the businesses, this is what is interesting with what's going to happen. Imagine you have certain, in most islands, they say the government, there is a lot of bureaucratic rules, there are a lot of red tape, etc., etc. Now, normally, there would not be negative really for the public servants. But in this case, because the government owns, because the public fund, the public pension fund owns the bank, if the government, if the public servants, they don't help the businesses, they don't reduce the red tape, they don't reduce the bureaucratic procedures, now they are hurting themselves. They are hurting their premiums. Because if they do not help the business sector, actually the business sector cannot get a lot of returns, so they cannot pay their loans back, and their loans, those loans are financed by premiums, so the premiums will be less, will have a less higher return on investments. You see, this is very interesting, because now the government, the public servants have a high incentive to help the businesses, to help the local businesses, because if these both local businesses grow a lot, they will have a huge return on investment, and that will benefit their pensions. So this is a circular structure which has been created just because the pension funds bought a bank. Now, if you are interested in this topic, and if you want to know more, or if you have any comments, what you think about this, just write them below. Write them if you are looking at this on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Facebook, and of course also spread the word so that more people can understand this very interesting concept. Okay, if you want to stay in contact with me, just look at the next sheet and the next message. Hey, stay connected with me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. Okay, I'm closing out. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for this, for being here. And if you want to grab my cheat sheet with 54 golden secret variables so that you can do your own analysis, then click on this link, www.calmera.net/waitlist, and you will be welcomed in my community of high achiever in the Caribbean. Thank you very much, and see you next time. Bye.